Yo, what's going on? Y'all know what it is. It's your girl, More Ash from the Gumbo Show. We are back with another amazing video, guest, and podcast slash radio show. I got Naja in the building. What's going on?
What up? What up? What it do? What it don't? What the BI is?
You can find Flo the Bandit. We are here with another great and amazing, talented guest. She is not a stranger and she is not new to our platform. She's been with us and been rocking out for quite a while. We've been watching her journey,
Mm-hmm.
and we are here with the beautiful Miss Katie Angelle, or Vibe with Katie, depending on how you know her. What's going on, Katie?
What's good, Gumbo? Love y'all always. I feel right at home.
For sure. You look like you in the Christmas spirit.
I was trying to be Christmassy. I was like, should I do red or green?
Hey, you went
Bring
with
in the
green.
holiday spirit.
Yeah, that part.
Holiday patrol is what I'm
Green
saying.
with the red lipstick. Just
Right.
you know what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I got the mimosas. I got it.
Right.
So
Gotta be in the
everybody
season.
should know at least who you are if they've been following our platform. But if they're new to our platform or they've never happened to come across your content, tell everybody who Katie Angelle is.
So I'm an artist, singer, songwriter. I'm a content creator as well, and I am a healer. That's what I consider myself. Yeah. Out here doing, the Lord's work.
Right. Come on, dang it.
Trying
I've
to move
seen
people.
you in so many different spaces. I think in 2024, you really picked up the outside pace a little bit,
Yes.
just with your presence and being out in different places and making sure that people kind of know who you are and performing and stuff
Yes.
like that. Talk to me a little bit about the different opportunities and elevation that you've been able to accomplish and see over this last year.
Yeah, I definitely consider myself more of like a serial entrepreneur type of person. So I feel like every time an opportunity came and arose and it fit for me, this year I decided to take it without like so much hesitation as before and really try to learn about it and try to be open to different campaigns and different avenues because music is just one outlet, but really people want to buy from the person. They don't really
Mhm.
want to just buy from the artist themselves. They want to know you, they want to love you, and I want to love on my fans and my supporters too, and I want to get to know them. So I just kind of, you know, I really can't even say it was me. I just think it was God and like the universe just being like, it's time to go. We ain't slowing down. There's no breaks right now. Like, just go.
Your new album, your new project. I
Yes,
had the
my
pleasure of
baby.
listening to it, Clarity.
Yes.
I gave you my feedback on it.
Yeah, you definitely like. I always love your support because I know it's so genuine and raw and honest, and like I know that you were focused on it at that moment. I appreciate you for taking that time for real because I respect y'all's opinion. Y'all know what it is, what good music is.
Nah, facts. I appreciate it, man. You know what I mean? And for those listening, man, that was some real sauce for y'all. You know what I mean? Quit trying to play people like we ain't got no eardrums out here. I
Literally,
appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? For
hell
real.
yeah,
My personal question I would like to know because it is
yeah.
one of my favorite songs from you.
Uh
Where did you come up with No Time? What was the whole
oh.
motivation behind this?
Oh,
I love this
okay.
jam, man. I love the sounds.
Yeah,
I love your vocals on it. I love how you're coming off on it. Like
yeah,
I'm just curious. Like I love the whole project, but this particular track, I just want to get more where it comes from.
yeah.
What was you on with this one?
I think like with this project, so many people are either gravitating towards Believe if they're like a lover girl, lover boy, or No Time. Like, so I think that's so interesting. But I think No Time for me is just like I'm a big Drake fan, which I know Ash is too, and I know that he inspired me. I come from the Drake J Cole generation of just like
Mm-hmm.
writing down your feelings, expressing it, but being able to give it that melody, being able to give it that tune. But I'll be real with you, like the wording of it all just really came from a darker space that I was in where I realized like you cannot keep giving people the benefit of the doubt. You can't keep allowing people to show you who they are and not realize it. And it's time people to stop playing with me. So I was just like, I got no time. Like I don't have no more time or energy or effort for people that are on I don't know if we can curse on here, but FS.
Facts.
Thanks for
Like,
asking, though.
yeah. Y'all like,
Just keep it clean. Keep it clean.
okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
hard. That's hard. Nah, facts. I kind of felt like it started probably from a darker place because of the
Yeah.
message behind it. I like how you flipped it up though to make it more relatable and people can resonate with that song, you know, no matter what mood they in. It's just
Exactly.
it's just a dope one. I really like that. No Time for Me. That's
You know, one of my favorite songs
Ballerina.
is Ballerina. I
Oh,
want
I
to
swear,
know, even though it's an older song, I still die hard for Ballerina. And I just tell you, once I find a single and I like that single, I don't care what you say or
yeah,
what you
you
do.
love it.
I
You
love
have
this
people
song.
the
calling you
ballerina dump.
ballerina. I'm like, damn.
That's my pet. So, how did you come up with that concept of being a
Mm,
ballerina? That's different. Like most girls be like, "Oh, I'm a queen," or I'm this," or "I'm an
yeah,
independent woman," or you know, all these other things. But I've never heard
hell
anybody
yeah.
refer to them. Even mermaid. I haven't heard any too many people refer to themselves as ballerinas. So, what made you
Yeah.
choose that?
So the producer, shout out to the Beat Freak. I've been working with him since I was like 19 years old. But he literally sent the track over and it was called Ballerina. And I do that sometimes. Like I'll literally make a song based on the beat title, the vibe of the song. But then like the message of the song, I kind of could hear it like being played in the clubs and you hear like that ballerina spinning sound, like you know the little boxes that you have as a little
Yeah,
girl. You can hear that like he used it in the beat, so it kind of inspired me to be like, that's how we be in the club. We be dancing around these people in circles. Like, you know what I mean? Taking pictures, doing our thing. Like, I'm just out here, outside.
I love that.
Nah, facts.
Still
That
one of
was such
my
a fun.
favorites to this day.
But you know what?
Yes.
A lot of people love ballerina. And I feel like that really allowed me to another like singing and rapping vibe. I got to play a little bit. So that was fun.
Love
It don't
that.
always have to be emotional, but y'all know I like to get in my emotional bag.
I hope I don't make anybody mad. But Naja and I have this
Make them mad.
Naja and I have a conversation all the time about the independent female artists that we have around and who's like seasoned, so to say, right?
Mm, yeah.
You have your hands in a lot of different pots. You are definitely, you've had like a lot of accolades, so to say, that you've been able to add to your resume of
Yeah.
artistry. Talk to me a little bit about how you perceive yourself as an artist right now. What type
Ooh.
of standards are you putting in place for yourself going into 2025 for different curators or people who are having events and want to book you and things of that nature?
You know, I definitely think that like getting paid as an artist to perform is important, but I don't think it's like every single thing. But I do feel like moving into 2025, there has to be some adjustments just made because the demand gets higher. Like you will have promoters come out to scout, which I wasn't even aware of until this year to see how you perform, and then they'll book you right then and there for the next show, you know? So it's like I definitely want to continue to be on the indie music scene, but I also want to start looking into artists myself. Like I want to have artists that I can promote, maybe push my own type of label, or even just helping these artists get a little more defined. Like that's something that I want to do because I know I didn't have that. I didn't have anyone to sit there and tell me, oh, this looks better than this, or this sounds better than that, but not in a way of being like egotistical or trying to control their career. It's just that little push, that little advice. Like, I got lucky to meet, like, a lot of my situations are like just how I met y'all. You know, it's aligned. I feel like it's destined. But I also feel like moving into this next year, there are people that I know for sure I will not be working with anymore. Not y'all, for sure. It's always y'all. But I learned my lessons
Yeah,
this year for sure, for
I
sure.
feel it.
I feel like when you're on go and you're trying to be so productive, you don't really want to see that people are snakes. But then, like, as you start to climb, you see snakes kind of arise out of nowhere. But I think if you are moving in a good space and you know that what you're doing is based on like your karma, you know, you're not, your intentions are good. I feel like it always works out in the end, but you still, it's like the lesson is still learned. Like, you
Yeah,
know, it's very much put in your face, like, okay, so now you see how these people are. Like, are you still going to rock with them or no? I try to stand on my own a lot. Like I definitely know that affiliation helps, but I try to stand on my own because I know a lot of the people out here don't have the same morals I have, especially when it comes to rocking these shows and booking these shows. And if we don't align, I'm done. I'm not giving people benefit of the doubt anymore. Like I'm
yeah.
just not. You know?
As you should not, as you shouldn't. You know, like
Yeah.
as you should, as you shouldn't. You
And
know
it's
what I
fresh.
mean?
Like I feel like I'm learning shit from even like recent like, shows. It's just like you gotta push through.
Yeah, trust me. Trust me. Okay, be minding
And
your
I know
own
for
business
y'all,
and get smacked
right.
with some drama. I ain't got time for it. And to
Right.
say something about what you said about the snakes, right? You had made a point. You said something about like the snakes. They, when you want to come up, you don't want to see them, or you don't see any snakes. And then when you get there, now you starting to see them come out the woodwork. They was always there. They be like, keep your grass cut low. The thing about it is that when you ain't got nothing and you want to come up, people don't have nothing to snake you for. But when they see potential in you possibly being able to have something, they'll take that ride. Like they'll wait and take that ride for their perfect opportunity to bite or to sit or to play you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
all
what
of that.
they do. They wait on the perfect time before they attack. Sometimes they fool to be in there with them for a day before they eat it.
Right.
The mouse think they friends. I done cut up with you overnight and everything. No.
Yeah.
I'm
the
gonna
protection be real, for real.
So that's how it goes. So I definitely, I can definitely relate to that. Talk to me about the song that you're sending over to us that we're about to play before we go ahead and drop the song.
Ooh, okay.
And this was on the spot, y'all. She didn't know I was gonna say
right. I'm like, okay. Are you gonna pull it up, or you want me to send it to you?
Well, no, we're gonna play it on the actual radio interview.
Okay,
so right now we're just gonna go into it and have you drop it and let everybody know the title of the song.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say Fuel, because fuel is kind of like pinpointing what we're talking about right now. When you do go through these situations, it kind of fuels you a little bit. Like it gives you the little energy that you need. And like the song is literally like, this is that fuel that I need. We burning it down full of gasoline. And then it's also going into saying how like the price you sold your soul for is too low for me. Like I'm not settling, I'm not going down to those standards of who you are. I'm gonna always climb above it, and you really just fueling me. Really just making me bigger and better. So
I love that.
Fuel.
So I heard it first right here on the Gumbo Show. We are about to go into Katie Angelle's song, and it is called Fuel. Y'all stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
I see all the stairs and I really couldn't care less.
Don't give a fuck.
Half of y'all's life's a mess.
Yep.
Half of y'all under stress.
Yes.
Really gonna need y'all to come at me correct. If you coming for me, ayy. If you coming for me, ayy. I take care of my own. I sit up on my throne. Don't chase after these hoes, but I leave them begging for more. I'm a queen in my own right. You mad cause he won't spend the night. You let all his friends smash. Now you looking for Mr. Right. This is that fuel that I need. We burning it down full of gasoline. Your asking price can never match my fee. The price you sold your soul for is too low for me. It's too low for me. It's too low for me. Your asking price can never match my fee. It's too low for me. It's too low for me. My bag's already here. You following your fear. I ain't got no peers. Look around, it's just me here. Satisfied with the work of my angels. They look after me with the halos. The ball is in my court. So I just do what I say so. You just do what you told. You just play your role. I can tell they really don't like me. I'm in his bed in a white tee. They all say that I'm wifey. Your girl try to be just like me. Stalking my page with no ID. Don't think you really wanna try me. Let it all work out. Let it all work out. Getting my blessings while releasing doubt. Cause everything costs now. My time is worth a lot these days. I'm too busy now. I'm trying to catch new waves. This is that fuel that I need. We burning it down full of gasoline. Your asking price can never match my fee. The price you sold your soul for is too low for me. It's too low for me. It's too low for me. Your asking price can never match my fee. It's too low for me. It's too low for me.
All right, you guys, y'all know what it is. Your girl, Maura Ash, and the Gumbo Show. We are back. Yeah, we got that fuel. I got my coffee. You know how we doing it. We gotta get that fuel to keep us going. So we just came back from Katie Angel's Fuel. What a great, amazing record. I know you had an EP that recently, or a project that recently dropped. I'm assuming that is on the project, correct?
Yes, but I also have another project that I'm going to be dropping. It's a 21 song track. So this project that I just dropped Clarity was like more about like R&B, because like my supporters have been wanting me to drop a full R&B like project forever, y'all, like years. So that was for them. That's for my babies. I love them, and like I had to push the release of this album that I'm about to drop because they're still messing with Clarity so much. So I love y'all. I love my angels. But yes, so Fuel is going to be on. It's on Prophecy. It's on Prophecy, which is the next one.
Gotcha. So Fuel is actually on Prophecy, which hasn't released yet. So it's an unreleased track.
Right.
Love that. Well, we got it right here on the Gumbo Show. I appreciate that. So talk to us about Prophecy, because I was unaware. Tell us a little bit about the project, what we can expect, and when it's going to come out.
Y'all, when I tell y'all, like, it's really, I hate to be like, oh my God, it's also spiritual, but it is also spiritual. Like, not trying to be like, heebie-jeebies, but I do feel like my work here is like it's like prophetic. Yeah, like I do feel like I have a spoken word that's gonna last. And it's not just me, it's the people I surround myself with, the artists that I'm around. That's how I know that my message is meant to be heard, because their messages are so clear and their messages are so dominant, and we inspire each other. So this album is really just about inspiring that, I would say like that forgotten voice that finally has found their voice and like has rose up from every lick, every lash. They are grinding to the top. So yeah, it's like a real life grind, just showing the come up. I even got stuff on there that I never got to release from long time ago. And I just want to see what my supporters are going to say, because it's a journey. It's all a journey, to hear how I have really developed my sound, I think, from then and now. But the message is the same.
Tell us a little bit about how you came up and where you're from.
Okay. So I was raised in a small town in Louisiana called Lafayette, Louisiana. And then when I was 10, I moved to New Orleans. And both of my parents, they worked at a music store. So they would always be playing music. They would buy like these big vinyls, and we had like a record room for real. And I would just go sit in there and like look at all the vinyls. But they would like buy the same exact CD or vinyl, but just their own copy. I was like, okay, is it this serious? Like, they were music obsessed. Our house always had music. My mom was in a band in the 80s. Like, she really did her thing when it came down to it. So it was always around me, and they always supported me. I started singing when I was like 3 years old for pageants. Like, that was my talent. And then I kind of got into like church choir, show choir, honor choir, district choir. I've been in like 20 choirs. I just kind of had an opportunity, I feel like, to grind and do my thing when it came down to, the school that I ended up going to when it came down to my music, it was predominantly white. So we didn't have as many opportunities as like Black artists to really be seen or heard. But because my voice was the way that it was, they were just giving me like opportunities. And I think I got a little bit more development and help, even though it was a natural talent, because they liked my voice, And then it just kind of got to me doing like the Hornets game, which I know you know about that, Ash, but
yeah,
things like that. It just kind of became like seeing how far I could really go and testing it out. And I fell in love with it.
I last time I know you went home, y'all, was you down there for that crawfish fest?
Why was I
Was it
home?
Weren't you just
No, you was there for the holiday. Yeah,
I was there. Like 2 months
ago. I thought so. I'm like, I just saw
yeah. But you did go back for the crawfish fest, did you?
Yeah, I go back for like everything, but we really do it. Like my brother, he has a restaurant down there. So he'll like buy the crawfish live, and then we'll do a big ass boil like at my mom's house, go crazy. I'm about to be down there next week though. So I'm ready to get some gumbo, eat some crawfish etouffee. Y'all, it's about to go down. Okay. Like I'm ready.
You going for Christmas?
Wait. Yes, my brother's like, you coming to the restaurant, sir? I'm outside. Like, stop playing.
Like, come on, sir, I'm outside. So when you go home, do you do shows?
Sometimes I do shows, not really too much. But you know what I love about being home? No matter where I go, and this is no cap, people recognize me, and they'll be like, I see you doing your thing, and it's nice to go back home and like see people show me love like that. So shout out to everybody at home. I'll be in the studio. Shout out Roadkill Studios. So my engineer who actually engineered Ballerina, his name is Sam. He does Juicy J and the Suicide Boys. And I don't know if I ever told you the story, but like he engineered like most of my music in the beginning, like pretty much all of my music. And the day I moved to Atlanta, he moved to California with the Suicide Boys, and we was just like, see you at the top, bro. Like, we both been doing our thing ever since. So yeah, shout out to
That's
Sam.
dope.
And he still
That's
has his
dope.
studio there. So anytime I'm home, I go record. Like literally just go record there. Fire.
Yeah, Suicide Boys is hard. I like that.
He does all of their engineering. Like he's hard for real. Sam. He's that guy.
You know what? We've been knowing you for so long, and I've known you from New Orleans, right? From
5 years. That's crazy.
And you know what's crazy? I never asked you this question, and I had the pleasure to ask it yesterday from another native from New Orleans.
What are you gonna add?
What do cold drink mean to you? If I say I want a cold drink,
it's soda. Like it really is. It
I'm
really is. Listen, nobody look, y'all have y'all own language for real. Atlanta is crazy. Even y'all.
We ain't from Atlanta.
Right. I was like, let me correct it. St. Louis is crazy.
We're from St. Louis.
Cold drink, you heard me? It's a soda.
Because let me tell you what somebody got me on the other day. I went to the dollar store because he asked me to get some cigars, but we don't call them cigars, we call them Rellos.
Okay.
You heard that before?
Yeah. Like
you heard Rellos? Okay, so the girl at the store act like I was speaking a foreign language. And so I was like, can I y'all got some Rellos? And she was like, what? And I was like, Rellos, like, do y'all have some? And she was like, what's that?
Oh my God.
like games? And she was like,
in the wrong
games?
field.
We have games. And I was like, okay. And she was like, what do you call them? And I was like, Rellos. And she was like, where are you from? And I was like, St. Louis? And she's like, oh, okay. Because I never heard that. I was like,
people be like, my best friend, he's from Chicago, and I'll be like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm so lost. Like, I don't know.
Nah, facts. I feel that. It's the cold drink. I love New Orleans, man.
So
I love the lingo.
Drink?
What? Yeah.
That's not a thing. Like what?
No, we not. Well, I'm trying to learn, bro.
Y'all got some kind of cold drink. Why wouldn't y'all have some kind of hot drink or warm
They never
drink?
want to teach us, so I'm trying to learn because when we come, like I said, okay, I learned cold drink in the drive-thru at the Popeyes, and when I asked for a soda, and he was like, "Where y'all from?" and we was like, "St. Louis," and he was like, "We call it cold drink, baby. That's what we say, cold drink. It's a cold drink," and I was like. But in my mind, it's a valid question. Like, well, what would you call a hot drink? And you just said, y'all just making it up. No.
What?
But just like I asked my girl DNA yesterday, that's who he was talking about. Shout out to DNA because she's also from
her.
Okay. Yeah. Her name is the Naked Author.
Okay.
Yeah. I have to. Sure. Yeah, y'all should connect. Yeah, for sure. She's super dope.
When he asked her that question, and I was like, well, how do they know what cold drink you talking about? And she was like, because we gonna tell them. We gonna say we want a cold drink Fanta or a cold drink Coke or a cold drink. And I was just like,
it's true. It's true.
Instead of just saying, can I get a Coke or can I get a fruit punch or
It's true. It's like it's crazy because being from Lafayette, which is where my dad still lives, my mom and my brother and sister all live in New Orleans. I kind of got the best of both worlds, the city and the country life. So where I'm from, it's like a predominantly like French Creole speaking people. Like, so everybody treats everybody the same. But in New Orleans, it's very, very city. So it's two different worlds, even though it's all in the same area. But the food is better in Lafayette. So I'm just saying.
Really?
Mm-hmm. If y'all want real Louisiana food, don't get fooled by thinking like New Orleans got the best food. No.
Nah, facts. No. Yeah, I feel you. To each his own. But I've found the better foods to be more outskirts. Even when I went to Baton Rouge, them types you just
that's so true.
On the topic of food, I want to play a food game because I'm a food.
Oh, okay. Look.
And it's around the holiday season and you going home for the holidays. I don't know if our traditions are the same as, how we do it in here, where we do like Thanksgiving, Christmas food, kind of the same or whatever. But those are my options. So I'm just going to give you two options and you tell me what your pick is.
Okay.
Turkey or ham?
For Thanksgiving, ham.
It's for just Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever. We're going into Christmas, so it's more catered to Christmas.
Okay. I'm going to say ham because I don't eat ham. Like, I always have turkey throughout the entire year. But, when they make it with the honey baked.
Yes.
It
is pineapple on top and the cherry. I already know. Yeah. Mac and cheese or dressing?
Oh, that's so hard. Damn. Because my mom makes a really good like seafood dressing with like shrimp in it. It's so busting. And crawfish.
Word.
Okay. Dressing. Which I know is crazy.
Rolls or cornbread?
Rolls.
Pie or cobbler?
Pie. I love pecan pie. Like literally, I couldn't go home one Thanksgiving and I was so upset, y'all. But all I knew is that I wanted pecan pie. I went and bought me pecan pie and I was like, happy Thanksgiving. Like, right. All I needed.
Mashed potatoes or potato salad? You napping or we outside?
We outside. Come on. Yeah. Outside. We can nap later. I'm the youngest, so I'll be like, y'all ready to go?
Green beans or green bean casserole?
Oh, I hate green bean casserole. So green beans.
Me too. I don't like green bean casserole. Would you rather cook or clean?
Cook.
Me too. Eggnog or apple cider?
Apple cider.
Okay.
Yeah, because eggnog is good though. Like
I like eggnog with a little kick.
Yeah, with the rum chata in it.
Yeah. Sweet tea or lemonade?
Oh, lemonade. I'm a huge lemonade person.
Okay.
If you ever want to get me a drink when we out somewhere, lemonade.
Okay. Deviled eggs or cranberry sauce?
Neither.
Neither? You don't like either? I love me some deviled eggs and I love me some cranberry sauce with my dressing.
People do. I don't like it.
I like both.
Do nothing for me.
Yeah. I like both.
Maybe at a baby shower, but I always pass up the deviled eggs for real.
All right. I remember you saying you out here doing the Lord's work.
Yes.
Black Friday or Good Friday?
Ooh. You know you're wrong. I'm going to go with Good Friday because I'm still a Catholic.
I'm going to go with Good Friday because I promised the Lord I was going to do it.
We're going Good Friday. And then what we do in Louisiana, pretty much everybody is Catholic. So on Good Friday, we don't eat meat on Fridays and Wednesdays throughout the whole Lent season. And then on Good Friday, we have a huge crawfish boil. And like you can eat as much crawfish as you want, y'all. It's insane. It's insane. Like you go in on Good Friday.
Okay. Yeah, Good Fridays is a little different significance too. Yeah.
It's huge.
Broccoli or squash?
Broccoli.
Cream corn or sweet corn?
Sweet corn. Either really. I like corn.
And then my last one, I think I know the answer to because I think you gave it to us already. Apple pie or pecan pie?
Pecan pie. My favorite. You already know.
I was like, she already told us this one.
Listen, the way to my heart.
It has been an absolute pleasure having you here today. Of course, we love to catch up with you. It's always a good time. It's always a great conversation. Tell everybody how they can tap in, how they can come out, support you at your shows, purchase tickets if needed.
Yes, so you guys can definitely follow me at Vibe with Katie. I'm at Vibe with Katie Music on TikTok. So hopefully they don't take it away from us on January 18th, but it's not looking too good.
They said this morning on the 19th, the U.S. has been told that by the 19th they have to take it down or they have to.
Oh God!
So they put that out there on the news this morning. So it's not looking good for TikTok.
It's not looking good for TikTok at all. But I am going to be starting a favorite it. So it's similar to TikTok. A lot of creators are coming on to that side too. Y'all definitely need to get y'all's favorite it.
What is it called?
It's called Favorite It. It's just like TikTok, yeah. So a lot of people are moving to that because it's already owned by the U.S. And y'all know I'm Team Gumbo.
Period. And we
Whatever
always
Gumbo
on Team
got.
Katie Angelle. We appreciate you so much. Y'all know what it is. Another great episode. Y'all stay tuned. We gotta pay some bills real quick, and we'll be right back. It's the Gumbo Show. Naja, DJ Mohawk, Ali, and Ash.
Radio. Gumbo on the